We're live, Newport Beach, California, this final Friday night of September 24, and it's an epic rivalry between the Trabuco Hills Mustangs and the Corona Del Mar Sea Kings in this final preseason battle of CIF Southern Section football right here live on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. Hello again, everybody. I'm Fred Salas, the president of the Live Like Jack Foundation, and our mission is to encourage as many people as possible to become registered organ donors and help save lives. The Mustangs are led by their head coach, Mark Nolan, in his 6th season and are coming off a strong win versus El Toro a week ago and are enjoying an undefeated season, sitting at 4-0, as they can put up a lot of points on the board, while the Sea Kings, led by their head coach, Kevin Hardig, in his 16th season, are at 2-2, having dropped 2 straight games with some key players out due to injuries. However, they should be rested up as they are coming off a bye week, and that usually bodes well for healing those players who have been banged up early in the season. Tonight, I'm joined by my former UCLA Bruin and New Orleans Saints player, Anthony Cobbs. Anthony, let's talk about this matchup and what we can expect tonight.
I expect a very tough matchup. I went to the field just to get a feel for how the guys were kind of like, conversating and talking about each other, looking around. You can smell the hot dogs. You can smell the pizza. This is CIF Division I football. It's going to be a good matchup. Last year, Corona Del Mar won this game 17-15. So I expect the Trabuco Hills Mustangs to want some retribution and some revenge from last year.
Well, both these teams have been primed and ready. It's been a good week of practice. We had a chance to catch up with both coaches, and given the opportunity to get to those interviews, we'll certainly show them to you. But right now, both teams on the field. It's going to be the Trabuco Hills Mustangs that will receive to start this game, and kicking off for the Sea Kings will be Chase Lawton. And this pass, or I should say this kickoff, collected at the 15-yard line. And on the return, Gavin Mulhall. And Mulhall will set them up at the 27-yard line. So, Anthony, the Sea Kings coming off that bye week, how important is that for the players to get healed up, especially their key players coming into tonight's matchup against an undefeated Mustang football team?
It was an optimal time of the season. The 4th game of the season, get some rest. It's a great time to have a bye week and reset for the next part of the season.
Tristan Zale is the quarterback. 78 out of 119, over 1,100 yards passing. That's his #1 receiver, Ryan Luce, who makes the catch. Luce comes in. That's his 33rd catch of the season. He came in with 32 catches, 454 yards. But, Anthony, 5 touchdowns. One of the key guys for the quarterback, Tristan Zale.
He has a lot of weapons. I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Well, a gain of 7 on first down. 2nd down and 3. This one fired over to the right side, and Zale missing as he was looking for Mike Gray. And Mike Gray, another leading receiver on this Mustangs football team.
Mike Gray plays great linebacker play, too. So this Mike Gray is going to be a key. And also look for the big fella, number 11, on the outside. Plays safety and receiver, Alex Kiernan.
Well, coming out of the backfield will be Landon Pompey for the Mustangs. 49 carries and 349 yards coming into tonight's matchup. And he gets the nod here and finds a big hole. And there goes Landon Pompey. And Pompey is going to be good from 66 yards to open up the scoring, and the Mustangs are on the board early on.
Assignment football, Fred. If you don't play the A gap, that's going to be there all night long.
So Landon Pompey with his 4th touchdown of the season. And heck, we're 22 seconds into this one, Anthony. And the Mustangs at 4-0 are already on the scoreboard. Ryan Weskittle comes on to add the extra point. And just like that, it's 7-0. So the Sea Kings find themselves down, and they've got their work cut out for them tonight.
It's really important right now for the Sea Kings to not put their heads down. It's going to happen. It's high school football at its finest. Assignment football, they block, you hold gaps, you do your assignment, you can make plays. That was a quick hitter. The RPO is so hard to defend for any defense because you have to play the quarterback who is likely to keep the ball if the defensive end crashes down. On that play, their nose tackle, D-tackle guys push down in the side, and then you have a great open gap.
22 seconds in, and you're already down by a touchdown. What adjustments do the coaching staff make right off the bat from a mental standpoint?
You can't change the game plan just yet. You got to keep the kids' spirits up. Understand they've practiced for 2 weeks for this game. They can't start thinking about, here we go again. They got to keep their heads in the right place.
Cannon Cook back deep along with Tucker Murray. And they'll field the kick from Weiskittle. And it's taken at the 4. And a nice hole and a good job on the return by Tucker Murray. And Murray gets it out near midfield. A nice return in a short field for the offense of the Sea Kings to try and get back into this ball game early on.
That's exactly what they needed right now because spirits were down for a couple seconds, and a kickoff return like that can get them back in their mindset that we can play tonight against this team.
So spot the ball at the 49-yard line. The quarterback for this ball club is Breck Clemmer. I beg your pardon, Max Neshed. 48 out of 80 on the season, nearly 600 yards passing, 8 touchdowns to go along with 4 interceptions. And the Sea Kings will keep it on the ground on their first play from scrimmage.
Again, a positive outcome. They have to continue to build on the kickoff return and that 8-yard gain right there. They are in this game. Do not get down so soon.
Wyatt Lucas, the ball carrier, came into the game, 52 carries, 264 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. He's also quite the receiver with 9 receptions and 97 yards on the season. 2nd down and 1 after a gain of 9. Ball slinged out to the top receiver on this Sea Kings offense, Dorsett Stacker, junior wide receiver who came into the game with 5 touchdowns. That's his 21st catch of the season.
Tough catch. Across the middle, no fear, positive yardage. We're in for a track meet. I mean, it looks like the officials thought it might have been a helmet-to-helmet contact, but Stecker, being so strong, he ran right through it.
Penalty marker is going to be picked up.
Ball 35 of the Mustangs.
And that'll put the ball on the 35. So the Mustangs defense giving up some yardage here. And the Sea Kings on the move on their opening drive. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter, and it's already 7-0 Mustangs. And a pitch back, and this is Lucas once again. And Lucas finds his seam and close to another first down, another gain of 9.
Another good game.
When you see this type of positivity, they've done their homework. They've been 2 weeks straight preparing for this defense.
Hurry up. Offense.
And you really like the fact that the Sea Kings are quickly on the football. And this one slinged out by Max Neshed, and that pass is complete and moving the ball all the way down inside the red zone. And they're going to be marked out at the 10-yard line.
CDM first down.
You asked me about adjustments. It looks like Trabuco Hills need to make an adjustment on defense.
Ball on 10-yard line.
Well, that pass was complete and got down all the way to the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal. Corona Del Mar on their first possession of the ball game. And around, put it in the hands of Stecker. And Stecker cuts it inside for the touchdown.
Touchdown, CDM.
We've got a minute and 58 seconds digested in this football game, and it's 7-6. We're looking for a shootout tonight.
What's the over and under on this game? Because we are not wasting any time at all. This might be 50-50 by the third quarter.
Well, the Sea Kings kicker is a junior, Joseph DeBella. 2 for 2 on field goals, but his PATs have been perfect, 9 for 9, and
good.
make
Joseph
it 10
Novello
for
with the
10.
extra point. 7-7.
And it's 7-7 with $1:58
It's
left.
tied up. Let's go.
Or I should say exhausted in this first quarter. You love to see things. Well, Anthony Cobbs, that didn't take very long, and it's kind of exciting to see 2 touchdowns inside of 2 minutes to open up the game.
Whatever the coaches said after that first score from Trabuco Hills worked because they had no lax, nobody panicked. They marched down the field as they were supposed to in a game that's supposed to be a rivalry game. So I love it.
We're live, Newport Beach, California. Glad you could be with us. Fred Salas alongside Anthony Cobbs at Newport Harbor High School. This is going to be taken up front. This is Isaiah Williams on the return, and not a whole lot of room there. Great job on special teams by the Sea Kings. The drop. Williams back behind the 10-yard line. And we'll see if the defense now of the Sea Kings can rise to the occasion.
The way he handled that kickoff, is it too soon to use the word momentum? Because it looks like the nerves have shifted to the other side of the field.
You know, you look at Corona Del Mar. They have to be hungry. They played in the championship game a year ago against Lucerna. They lost that game. Lucerna was unstoppable. They went on to be the state champions. But Corona Del Mar, they have a lot of pride, and we'll see if it comes to fruition tonight. On the rollout, this is Zale throwing deep, and once again connecting with Mikey Gray. And big chunks of yardage by that combination. Tristan Zale to his wide receiver Mikey Gray down the field, and it's 1st and 10 from the 46.
Both offensive coordinators need a raise because I'm seeing some home run plays out the gate. You usually script your first 20 plays, and these guys aren't messing around tonight.
You talked about the over-under. We'll see how that plays out tonight. 9:33 left here in the first quarter, 7-7 tie. Zale once again firing it up and out of play. This time he was looking for Ryan Luce, and it falls incomplete.
Target was Brody Lancaster.
A stop-and-go route at this point in the game, it may not have been set up properly yet. You got to run a stop route before you throw a stop-and-go.
Zale came in with over 1,100 yards passing, and of course scored a 62-yard touchdown pass to start this one off tonight. On 2nd and 10, Zale once again fires, and he connects with Alex Kernan. And that's Kernan's 5th catch of the season. Came in with 273 receiving yards.
That tells me he's a big play player. He has big plays, not a whole lot. It's all about quality, not quantity.
1st and 10 from the 25.
Flag on the play.
And a penalty marker comes in.
I was wondering when the Zebras will show up.
Offsides against the Sea Kings.
1st and 5, Mustangs.
Our referee tonight, Paul Hebard. Down judge is Tony Brock. Line judge is Matt Goda. Umpires Mars Alvarez, and the back judge is Trevor Wright. On 1st down, and a big hole on the left side for the Mustangs. And another big gain for Landon Pompey.
1st and 10 Mustangs.
That read option is there.
Looks like it's the 1st and goal on the 10 for the Mustangs.
Clock is moving inside 9 minutes left in this first quarter and a 7-7 tie. Tristan Zale running this offense.
Run up the middle again. Tackle made by number 44.
And the give is straight up the middle to Landon Pompey.
The Sea Kings made an adjustment. They brought one more defensive lineman down to plug that hole. So now the RPO isn't there as easily as it was the first time we saw it. So adjustments are being made for it.
Second and goal from the 8. Zale looking, fires, left side, pass is complete. That'll be good for a couple. Brady Goodall defending on the play.
Dangerous pass right there. It's very dangerous to throw an out route down here. Defensive backs don't have to worry about getting beat deep, so they can sit on routes. If that pass is late, it could be a pick 6.
Well, Goodall came into the game with 13 tackles. He spreads himself out and is all over the field defensively. Third and goal. Zale looking, fires to the corner of the end zone, and that'll fall incomplete. Once again, looking for Michael Gray. Brady Goodall on the coverage defensively. Now inside of 8 minutes, 7:53 left in the first quarter, and a 7-7 tie. And the Mustangs decision time, and they decide to go for 3.
They kind of hesitated a little bit before they called for the field goal team. They thought about going for it. And in a game like this, it's going to be a test of wills. Who's going to have the courage to go for it on 4th and short?
Josh Fitch will hold for Ryan Weiskittle. And Weiskittle, this will be a 29-yard field goal attempt. Well, after a penalty marker flies in, the Sea Kings giving up 5 yards of charity. And it'll now be an 11-yard field goal attempt for Ryan Weiskittle.
Kick is up.
And Weiskittle gets it inside the right upright.
Mustangs.
And it's 10-7.
7:50 left on the first period.
I was wondering if they were going to go for it on 4th and 3.
Back live, Newport Beach, California. Glad you could be with us. 10-7. The Mustangs on top of the Sea Kings. Mustangs will kick off.
Back to receive the ball on this kickoff.
And this will be taken by Cannon Cook.
Cannon with the ball.
And Cook will get it out to the 28-yard line.
To about the 20.
And you got to hand it to the Sea Kings right now, because as opposed to giving up what appeared to be an easy touchdown, they held him to a field goal, and that's very important in this high-flying offense of the Mustangs. And any stop the Sea Kings can get tonight on any drive is going to be a good thing for them.
2-2 is not a bad record. You just had 2 games where you had to overcome some obstacles, and they had some injuries. So we still have a very good-looking game on paper. Everybody's healthy, so this should be a very close matchup.
Well, the game they had against Palos Verdes was on a Saturday afternoon at 3:30. Burning heat. They lost 2 of their best defensive players. And the opposing quarterback for Palos Verdes was a scrambler. So the backups came in, and they were just exhausted in 103-degree weather. And that cost them dearly, and they lost the football game.
Can't take the losses out of context. What was the situation and what happened?
7:44 left in the first quarter, 10-7, Mustangs on top. And they will stay on the ground.
Looks like about a 6
Wyatt
yard
Lucas gets the nod.
gain for CDM.
And Lucas doing a good job. If he can get 5 to 9 yards a crack, that's going to bode well for the Sea Kings tonight.
Spread them out to run them inside. It's today's football world. RPOs, spread, and zone runs. Outside zone, cutback runs.
Clock's moving, approaching 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Up the middle again for Lucas.
Wyatt Lucas.
Close to a first down. Looks like he's short. Third down and 1.
And just shy of the first down. He has to get across the 30-yard line to get a fresh set of downs.
This is a statement down for it. If they run the ball here, they're saying we're playing bully ball. 2 tight ends, and we're going to run the ball down your throat and see what you got in the middle.
Amori Davis split to the outside along with Doris Stecker on 3rd down and inches. And Lucas will pick up the first down with ease as he stretches it out to the 29-yard line. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
3 runs in a row. You don't think they're making a statement? They want to show Trabuco Hills we've come to play smash mouth football. We'll throw it, but right now we want to see if you guys want to let the pads pop a little bit.
264 yards for Wyatt Lucas coming into the game off 54 carries, and he's moving the rock tonight. Quick execution to Doris, set Stecker, and a gain of about 3 yards on first down. Penalty marker comes in.
Looks like illegal man downfield. It's so hard for the linemen.
Illegal man downfield on CDM.
When the running back is supposed to get the ball and the quarterback sees something different, the linemen have just been told to get their blocks. They haven't been told it's going to be a run or a pass. That 3-yard window is so hard to tell. If you're a big fella trying to get a block and you make it 5 yards up the field, you're in trouble.
That'll back him up to the 25-yard line. And we'll call it 1st and 15. Paul Hubbard with the officiating duties tonight, our white hat. And not a lot of room there. Great job on defense by the Mustangs. And give it to Landon Zach in on the stop. He came into the game with 21 tackles, and that's number 22 here tonight.
It's mind-boggling to me how offensive coordinators will have success and then go away from what's working just to kind of open the playbook up.
Loss of a couple. 2nd down and 16. Plenty of time, and you know, the receivers down the field were not open. So he goes to the safety valve, which in this case was Lucas Wyatt coming out of the backfield. But that doesn't bode well when you're looking at 2nd and long and now 3rd and long.
Making the defense's life easy when you make those type of decisions. Got yourself in trouble with the first and goal, well, 1st and 10 with the illegal procedure, with the legal man downfield. But now look at you, 3rd and forever.
Third down and 14. Lots of time. Zale flying it over the middle and left side, and penalty marker comes in. And Dorset Stecker was begging for a call. Thrown into double coverage was Nashed, but either way, that's going to bode well for the Sea Kings, and they're going to pick up a first down here.
That's tough because Christian Box had good coverage. He got there a little bit too soon. And as a defensive back, you want to make a play on the ball, but sometimes you run through the receiver a little bit too soon, and that's what happened right there.
First down.
4:28 left in the first quarter, 10-7. The Mustangs on top of the Sea Kings. Mustangs came in with an undefeated 4-0 record. They were able to mow through Huntington Beach, St. Pius 10, Irvine, and El Toro. 2-2 for the Corona Del Mar Sea Kings. Rancho Verde and Cypress were wins. Palos Verdes and San Clemente, no success there. And Lucas on the ball. And a nice pickup as he gets across the 45 and stretches it out to the 48. Gain of 8 will bring up a 2nd and 2 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
If Trabuco Hills is not going to adjust, I'd run the ball every play. They only got 5 guys in the box. They need to run the football.
Wyatt Lucas in the backfield with Max Nashed. Lucas around the left side. He's got the first down and a little bit more as he spends his way inside the 45-yard line.
First down for CDM again.
And they move the chains. So the defenses on both sides of the football tonight, Anthony, giving up a lot of yardage early on.
It's basic math. We got 5 guys to block your 3. Your linebackers are 3 yards behind, and they're reading. So if you get up on your D-line, you scrape off to the linebacker, that's 3 yards. Every time until Trabuco Hills commits to the run, this is going to be all night long.
Out of the pistol on 1st and 10.
Chase Kuchera with the ball carry.
Chase Kuchera, the sophomore running back, his first nod of the night. Gain of about a yard. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
I think they hurt me. They blitzed their strong safety in the A-gap, and he made a tackle for no gain. It's going to be that way all night. You got to give up something to get something. The same thing happens on defense. You got to sacrifice something to stop something.
Nashed on 2nd and 9. Play action. Dumps it off.
Pass complete. CDM.
And he connects with Giuliano, the senior tight end. And Zach came into the game with 9 catches and 79 yards. 2 touchdowns, Anthony. That's his 10th catch of the season. That's good for a 4-yard pop.
I stood next to him in pregame. He's a big fella, man. He's a load. So I expect him to get the ball at least 3 or 4 more times today.
You know, I talked with Kevin Heddick. He's got 2 good tight ends along with Finn Gribstad. He's got Giuliano. And I said, why wouldn't you use these men more often? He said, well, that's part of the plan tonight. On 3rd down. Bang. Back to the tight end, and that's good for a first down right on cue as he gets it down to the 29-yard line. And once again, Zach Giuliano, the senior tight end, with his 11th catch of the season as we approach 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Are we close to the coach's booth? Because they are playing right to our script. Every time we've mentioned something, they've made the adjustment, and it's working. You just said 2 tight ends. Tight ends are getting the ball.
When you got the big guys on the line of scrimmage and they've got good hands, you got to put them to work, right?
Size matters in football.
From the 29 on 1st down, this is Wyatt Lucas. And he's down to the 25 for a gain of 4. 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
2nd down, CDM, driving the ball.
This offense is getting nostalgic. 2 tight ends, 3 yards in a pile of dust. 3 yards each time is a first down.
Nashed on 2nd down and 6. Lots of time. Fires deep into the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown.
To doorstep. Touchdown, CDM.
He made it look easy. Dorsett Stecker with his 6th touchdown of the season. It comes with exactly 1 minute left in the first quarter. What a strike.
Double post action. Draw the first safety down with the crosser. Backside post route wide open.
Brady Annette will hold for DeBella, who adds the extra point, and the Sea Kings on top, 14-10.
CDM 14, Mustangs 10.
Drive, son. Boy.
Chase Lawton ready to kick off.
Back live, Newport Beach, California. Chase Lawton set to put it in play. And the Sea Kings with a 4-point advantage. And a short kick. This one taken by Matt Misiego on the return, and he'll get out to the 36-yard line. So kind of a pooch kick. Keep things in perspective and keep things in play as we approach 56 seconds left in this first quarter, and it's a 14-10 ball game.
Strategic.
The Sea Kings over the Mustangs.
Strategic pop-over kick to keep that kickoff return at bay.
Tristan Zale running this offense. Outstanding season, over 1,000 yards passing, and right now a quick pitch into the hands of Ryan Luce. And Luce able to gain 6 yards on the end around.
Second down, Mustangs.
Again, resorting to trickery this early in the game is a mental situation that you have to think about. What are they thinking over there that we have to go ahead and start the end arounds and misdirections?
Spotted on the 42, it's second down.
Flag on the play.
And the Mustangs keep it on the ground, handed it to Pompey as a penalty marker comes in.
Tackle made by Brett Clemmer.
And this will be a procedure penalty on second down, and that'll back up the Mustangs by 5 as we approach the final 14 seconds left in the first quarter in a 14-10 ball game. And if you're just joining us, the Mustangs came in with a 4-0 record, having defeated Huntington Beach, St. Pius 10, Irvine, and El Toro. And for the Sea Kings, they came in with a 2-2 record, winning their first 2 games, Rancho Verde and then Cypress, before falling to Palos Verdes and San Clemente. And that game with San Clemente, a lot of injuries, and they got beat 28-0. Tonight, a new ball game after a week of rest after the bye, and it's 2nd and 10.
Pass play incomplete.
Tristan Zale fires, and that pass falls incomplete. That'll be the final play of the first quarter. With the score, the Sea Kings 14 and the Mustangs 10. We'll step aside.
To pay a special tribute to a very special member of our Sea King family.
From the 36, as we start the second quarter, penalty marker comes in. And some movement. Tristan Zale looking at the officials, and unfortunately that'll move in the opposite direction of the Mustangs' goal.
It's kind of hard to tell who's the undefeated team when you see the referees taking Trabuco Hills back multiple plays in a row.
Third down.
This one fired upfield and nobody home. Good job defensively by Cannon Cook. Pass was intended for Mikey Gray. And with 11:55 left in the first half, the Mustangs will be forced to punt it away.
Nice stick by Cannon Cook. It was a good, clean hit. And I hate that I have to start thinking about, was that hit a good hit? Today's climate of football, there's no room for helmet-to-helmet contact anymore. You must use your shoulder, and Cannon Cook did a good job right there using only his shoulder to get that ball out.
Ryan Weiskittle will punt it away from inside his own 20-yard line, and Dorset Stecker for the Sea Kings is back at his own 30.
Dorset back to receive the punt.
Good kick. Stecker calls for the fair catch at the 31, and that's where the Sea Kings will put it in play.
First down, CDM.
This is a big drive, whereas they can go up 2 scores and put the pressure on Trabuco Hills moving forward. As we saw the initial drives, both teams just drove the ball down the field effortlessly. Now they have to call plays based on what the defense is giving them. They're no longer going to do anything that's going to surprise the other team. Both defenses have kind of settled in, and they have an idea of what's going to happen.
From the 30-yard line, Max Neshad running the offense for the Sea Kings, and straight ahead go the Sea Kings across the 35.
Like a 7 or 8 yard gain. Second down, CDM.
And another nice game by Wyatt Lucas. Gain of 8 yards this time. And if they can keep doing this, we talked about it. You said, hey, 3-4 yards a crack. They do that 3 times. They keep moving the chains. They get right down the field. Hand it to Lucas again, and Lucas will pick up the first down with ease as he gets across midfield and locks it down to the 49-yard line.
So now the test. You ran the football, got a first down. Are you going to resort to the pass now? Because that's what the pattern has been.
Clock moving, 11 minutes left in the first half. Sea Kings got to be feeling very good about what they're doing on the field tonight, facing off against this undefeated Mustangs team. From the 49, 1st and 10, once again, this is Wyatt Lucas.
Run right.
And if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's ripping off 5, 6, 8 yards a carry.
Until they bring 7 or 8 to the box, I'd keep running the football. This 2-2 Sea King team is mad. They're mad about something. They're playing hard. They're blocking. You can see their linemen are getting a good push up front. 3-4 yards per pop downhill. The only thing that can stop them is a penalty that will push them back and make them throw the football.
Well, penalty marker came in on the play.
Oh, man, we're writing the script for this one. We're writing the script for them.
10 yards from the spot of the foul brings it back to the 47-yard line. 10.5 minutes left. First half action. Max Neshad, the senior quarterback, came into tonight's matchup. 600 yards passing. 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but they've been relying on the running legs of Wyatt Lucas tonight. And trying to get around the left side this time. On the end around is Dorset Stecker.
Great gain on the play.
And Stecker came in with 5 carries and 21 yards. And he can run the football as well as catch the football.
Tremendous play call. They outflanked Trabuco Hills to one side with all that field. They had more blockers than they had tacklers. So that was a great first down call with that many yards to go. Now you have a manageable second down and 4.
Gain of 10 on first down will bring up a second down, and we'll call it 3 with 10 minutes left in the first half. The shed, pitch back.
Run left to Dorsett.
Wyatt
Spin move.
Lucas. And he picks up another first down. So the Sea Kings on the move. And the Mustangs, in spite of their undefeated record, have not proven tonight that they can stop the Sea Kings offense.
Exact same play. Look at the body language. It has changed. It has shifted. That first series, they were on top of the world. Now, hands on your hips. Guys are shaking their heads. Now the opposite, same play, opposite direction. Look at this. 2 tight ends, receiver tight to the field. Play action might be the play.
Spotted on the 34. It's 1st and 10. Misdirection inside. This is Stecker once again. And that'll be good for a couple.
Looks like a gain of about 2 or 3 yards.
We call that getting cute. They had the momentum playing bully ball. You do a misdirection pitch.
Second down, CDM.
Not enough blockers on that side of the field. The blockers were to the field. Now they're going to spread it out and see if they can't throw it. 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 from the 32. 10 minutes left, second quarter. Big run. Wyatt Lucas, touchdown. 32 yards away, and the Sea Kings extend their lead 20-10. Wyatt Lucas, his second rushing touchdown of the season.
Great play calling. They set that up. Run, spread them out to throw it, and run it again.
Joseph DeBella on to add the extra point.
Joseph DeBella with the kick.
Splits the uprights, 21-10. So the 2-2 Corona Del Mar Sea Kings have a lead on the undefeated Mustangs from Trabuco Hills.
Yep, I did it. I made a big decision, and I wanted my dad's support. We've never talked about organ donation before.
Nicole told me what she wanted to do. Organ donation was something I thought about, but I wasn't sure. We talked. She told me all the reasons she wanted to do it. How just one donor can save up to 8 lives and help dozens of others. After we talked, I made my decision. Now I'm a registered donor too.
One choice, one legacy. OneLegacy.org.
Back live, Newport Beach, California. 10 minutes left here in the first half. Fred Salas alongside former UCLA Bruin and New Orleans St. Anthony Cobbs. Glad you could be with us right here live on the Live Like Jack YouTube channel. And our mission is to encourage as many people as possible to become registered organ donor and help save lives. Our young son, Jack, our 10-year gift, saved 5 lives, 2 adult men and 3 young little girls. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And the Sea Kings with an 11-point edge kick it off. It's taken at the 19, and a nice return by the Mustangs. They get it across the 45-yard line. And on the return, a good job by Gavin Mohall to get it out to the 47-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will go back to work.
This is a pivotal drive for the Mustangs because the last 2 drives for the Sea Kings, they had positive outcomes. If they don't get at least to the 30 for a field goal attempt, the Sea Kings can go up with 3 scores if they score again before the half. So this is going to be a big drive for the Mustangs.
Well, right now, a 2-possession game, lots of time left. As we spotted on the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 for their quarterback. Tristan Zale firing it deep, and he's got Luce, and Ryan Luce. Did he make the catch in bounds? Yes, he did, and it marked it out of the 21-yard line, so a nice connection. Once again, Zale to Pompey. Pompey came in with 146 yards receiving and 1 touchdown, but he made that pass look easy.
Nice switch route on the outside. Confuse the defensive backs, created space.
1st and 10 from the 21, and just like that, Mustangs back in scoring position, and Zale fumbles the football, and it's recovered by the Sea Kings. If the play stands, it'll be the Sea Kings. 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line, and yes, they get it right back. Tristan Zale, Anthony, doesn't make many mistakes, but that one was costly as they got inside the red zone.
And it looks like Zale came up a little bit limp. He limped to the sideline after that fumble. He was just trying to make a play, and that happens. You're a playmaker. You're used to making plays. You feel the pressure. You're down by 11 points. You got to do something, and it backfires. Once again, what do the Sea Kings do? They ran the ball very effectively. Stay on the ground. Pound that rock.
And the Sea Kings offense back on the field. 1st and 10 from their own 19. 9.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And once again on the ground, Wyatt Lucas. And Wyatt Lucas on his way. 81 yards for Wyatt Lucas. And the Sea Kings starting to show their dominance here in the first half. Wow.
The Sea Kings found something. They found a weakness in that defensive line. They may not need to throw the ball again tonight.
DeBella on to add the extra point. And he splits the upright, so 28-10. The Sea Kings have opened up an 18-point advantage on top of the Mustangs. We'll step aside. Sea Kings are rolling right now. Fred Salas back live. Newport Beach, California. Newport Harbor High School. Home field for the Corona Del Mar Sea Kings. And right now, Anthony, they are in charge. 28-10 with 9:20 left in the first half.
They came to play. No doubt about it.
That ball down at the 20-yard line. Fielding it was Billy McAlexander. And it looks like there is a penalty marker down. Yeah, the Sea Kings will be forced to re-kick the football.
Yep, same spot. Nobody was, no penalty, so just a re-kick.
So it looked like that kick was premature. No penalty marker down. Just officials were not ready. That happens. So from the 40-yard line, Joseph DeBella, the junior kicker, will put it in play. Squib kick taken at the 20-yard line. And on the return, a good job by Billy McAlexander. Before being forced out of bounds, he gets it right back. Deep penetration into Sea King territory. All the way down to the 25.
Is that enough to shift momentum? It was a great return, but they had a great return the previous kickoff. They got to put the ball in the end zone.
Well, certainly a breakdown on special teams for the Sea Kings.
When you think a squib kick's not going to get back to the return man, but apparently Trabuco Hills has 4 back there. The up backs and the return men have speed.
Tristan Zale running the offense, 1st and 10 from the 25 of the Sea Kings. Zale looking, fires into the end zone, and a nice effort, but it'll fall incomplete. Trying to connect with Alex Kernan, and a penalty marker comes in. Kernan comes into the game with 14 receptions and 273 yards, but 4 touchdowns. So he likes to see that in the end zone, and a penalty marker will go against the Mustangs.
Wow, I thought that was going to be defensive pass interference, but I was wrong. Apparently there was holding on the offensive line, which is a drive killer. Every time you have positive, you get a negative and takes you 2 steps back. In this case, 5 steps.
Well, 10 yards from the spot of the foul brings it back out to the 30-yard line. And the Mustangs will be faced with a 1st and 15. Landon Pompey, the deep back. Zale fires left side, incomplete.
Pass play incomplete.
Trying to get it in the hands of Kernan once again. And Amori Davis was defending on the play for the Sea Kings.
Well, the Mustangs can't panic right here. Like you said, there's a lot of football left to be played, and they're throwing the football every down, which the Sea Kings are prepared for.
2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This is Pompey, and maybe a yard, possibly 2, but not a lot of room there. And it seems like the Sea Kings are gaining a lot of confidence as this game progresses, as we move into 9 minutes left in this first half.
The front 7 for the Sea Kings is crouching forward at the snap of the ball, playing the run first. They want them to throw the football.
Third down and 15. Big play for the Mustangs. Play action. Zale looking, fires, incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Good job by the Sea Kings defending on the play. Pass was intended for Matt Misiego.
Rakunas.
And Ryan Rakunas was defending on the play. That'll bring up a 4th down, and there was a procedure penalty against the Mustangs, and that'll be waved off and declined by the Sea Kings, and it'll be 4th down. So obviously, too far for a field goal, too short for a punt. They got a 4th down, and are they going to accept the penalty? Originally, they decided to decline it.
Yeah.
So little premature by the chain gang, and they move it back to the 29, and it'll be 4th down and 14.
So the 4-down territory, do you have a 15-yard play? I imagine they do. They have big play players on the outside in Kernan, and it's up to the offensive line to hold up, to allow the 5-step, 7-step drop to get the 15-yard play off.
Going for it on 4th and 14.
Fourth down. Zale fires in a one-handed grab inside the 5-yard line. A beautiful play and great execution for the first down. And Matt Misiego with the biggest play of the night.
Flag is waved off. Result in a 1st and goal
for the Mustangs. Alex Kernan, the intended target, coming up with the catch. So check that. Kernan, who came into the game with 14 receptions, none bigger than that this season. And it's 1st and goal, Mustangs.
Run up the middle.
Straight ahead goes Landon Pompey, and Now inside the 1 yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal with 7.5 minutes left in the first half.
Mark down that last pass reception. I think Alex Kernan just saved the game for the Mustangs if this becomes a close one.
Run up the middle. Signal of a touchdown.
And on the ground, the Mustangs are in for the touchdown. Landon Pompey will cut into this lead with a 1 yard rushing touchdown. And for Pompey, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. It comes with 7.5 minutes left in the first half.
Kick is up. And it's good.
And Ryan Weiskittle splits the uprights.
28, Mustangs 17.
And it's a 28-17 game with 7.5 minutes left.
CDM to receive the ball.
One Legacy presents Debunked. When it comes to organ donation, there's no shortage of myths like this. Myth: as an organ donor, hospital staff won't work hard to save my life. Fact: doctors and emergency staff don't know your donor status and will always do their best to save your life. Organ donation saves lives, and with just one choice, you can save up to 8 people and help up to 75 more to heal. One choice, one legacy. OneLegacy.org.
Tucker Murray back deep along with Sam Reed Dickens for the Sea Kings. An 11-point advantage. And bobbled at the 18-yard line. And finding some room on the near side across the 45 goes Sam Reed Dickens, the junior wide receiver, and that's good field position, good starting field position for the Sea Kings. And you know, Anthony, as you look at the numbers, if you just looked at the stats coming in and you see 4-0 Mustangs versus 2-2 Sea Kings, right off the bat you say, well, the advantage, the money goes on the Mustangs. But clearly that's why you play the game.
You have to play the game. On paper, it looks like it should be a one-sided affair, but contextually we don't know how we got here.
Lucas up the middle with the carry.
On 1st and 10 from the 47, Lucas with a gain of 2. 7 minutes left in this second quarter. Glad you could be with us. Fred Salas alongside former UCLA Bruin and New Orleans Saints Anthony Cobbs. Been 2 decades since we've been together in the booth. Glad you're here tonight.
Glad
you're
here.
Watching.
Yep, glad to be here. Been a long time, but it's like we never left.
Indeed. From the 49, 2nd and 8.
Nice
Wyatt Lucas
Lucas with the carry again.
across midfield to the Mustangs 47.
3rd down.
And you're watching CIF Southern Section football right here on the Live Like Jack YouTube channel. Glad you be with us. KCAL Game of the Week. And God willing, we'll be moving forward with KCAL and doing a lot more coverage of CIF Southern Section football in the weeks and months ahead. From the 47, 3rd down and 4. Wyatt Lucas again. And he'll gain the 41-yard line of the Mustangs as we're now inside 6 minutes, and that'll move the chains.
The tone has been set.
Shy of the 40-yard line.
Corona Del Mar is going to run the football, and the Mustangs need to adjust, and they can't wait till halftime to do it. Otherwise, they're going to march the ball down the field as they did the last drive. The Mustangs need to bring their safeties down to the box and bring more guys to the party.
from the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Offense on the move. Max Nasheed throws it away. And Max Nasheed came into the game 48 of 80 passing, 596 yards, 8 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. But tonight, he appears to have a lot of confidence in a leadership role that we haven't seen early in the season. And I don't know what it is about a bye week that gives everybody a chance to reevaluate, rejuice, and of course, most important thing, get healthy. And it looks like the Sea Kings have done just that.
Preparation breeds confidence, Fred. I mean, you have to know exactly what you're doing to play at a high level and play at a high speed.
5.5 minutes left on 2nd and 10. Nasheed dumps it off left side. This is Giuliano again. And Giuliano moves the chains down to the 24-yard line, and another 1st down for the Sea Kings.
They see something, Fred. They see a soft cover 3 with a cover 2 shell. Tight end in the slot. Nice 10-yard out. Nobody's home. Pitch and catch. Easy money. That will build a quarterback's confidence all day long. Like you said, 2 big tight ends throw to. That's Belichick football.
Indeed. Indeed. From the 24, 1st and 10. Nasheed running the offense, slings it out right side, and this is Dorset Stecker who breaks the tackle. Penalty marker comes in. And we will check the flag as we're now at 4:45 left in the first half. And we are coming to you live from Newport Beach, California. This penalty is going to go against the offense.
It's hard for the receivers to block for that long sustained period of time, waiting for that bubble to come to fruition. You're holding your block as long as you can, and if they don't make a decision to cut it up, you have no choice but to hold.
And a holding penalty, says Paul Hubbard, our referee tonight. And that backs up the Sea Kings to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 16. Nasheed hands off. Wyatt Lucas digging and grinding on the far side, gets down to about the 11-yard line. Not only moves the chains, but a nice gain of 18 on 1st down. So the Sea Kings running with confidence right now, Anthony Cox.
Trabuco Hills defensive coordinator has to be pulling his hair out. You get them backed up. They run the ball and get it all back in their first carry. You have to read your keys. I mean, it's assignment football, guys. You have a gap assignment. When you jump inside, outside contain person, it's a big gain every time.
Inside the final 4 minutes left here in the first half. Nasheed throwing to the end zone, and that pass is caught. Penalty marker comes in. Pass interference, and it's going to go against the offense. And Amori Davis, who comes into the game, 10 receptions, 100 yards, and 1 touchdown, was looking for touchdown number 2, but he pushed off. But I love the hands by that wide receiver coming up with a juggling catch.
Strong hands, but too handsy prior to the catch.
And for you fans watching at home on the Live Like Jack YouTube channel, let me remind you, one of the things we do not have in terms of the essentials of the game is instant replay. But if you're watching live, you can pause this game and go back and watch the play over again for your own instant replay at home. And then obviously pick up live or just stay staggered behind depending on how many times you watch the replay. 3:47 left. Max Nasheed slings it out to the right side, and not a whole lot of room there for Wyatt Lucas as we're 3.5 minutes left in the first half.
This is a tough part of the game. It's like the middle of a chess game where you have an advantage. Well, how do you sustain that advantage? You run the clock. You have to run the football, keep the clock running, and keep the pressure on, and somehow keep momentum in your favor.
And a timeout on the field with 3:23 left. We'll keep it right here as Breck Clemmer, the tight end, checks in. Max Neshad running the offense. It is 2nd and goal from the 23-yard line. Clock is now winding at 3:15 left in the second quarter. High snap, hand off, Wyatt Lucas.
Lucas with the carry.
And he gets down inside the 20, but that'll bring up a 3rd down. And goal from just inside the 20.
It's 3rd and goal.
They're not in field goal range, so I think they're going to be content or running this clock down and going for it on 4th down if it comes to that.
So you're saying 2-down territory right now.
Yes, sir.
But they have to get into the end zone.
Well, they have control. I mean, it's still in a 2-possession game, and I believe they get the ball coming out of halftime.
I believe you're right. High snap, Neshad looking left. All day to throw, now under pressure, rolling. Throws it away. He had a lot of time, but everybody was covered downfield. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
4th and goal.
So it'd be a 37-yard field goal attempt for Joseph DeBella. His longest this season is 27. He's 2 for 2 on field goal attempts.
Looks like a field goal attempt here.
And tonight, 4 for 4 tonight on PATs. So pretty consistent, and more importantly, 13 out of 13 on the season. So I'd say I bank it. So this will be a 36-yard attempt to his previous 27 longest attempt.
Ball is up.
And this is not going to get there.
No good.
Penalty marker down. And if this is against the offense, it'll be declined. If it's against the defense, that would be expensive. All eyes on Paul Hubbard right now to get the call. And they're going to pick up the flag. That's the 3rd time they've picked up a flag tonight.
Turnover on down.
It takes an honest crew to know they made a mistake. We need to pick this flag up. No harm, no foul. Let's play ball.
From the 20-yard line.
Pass complete.
1st and 10, pass is complete to Alex Kernan. And Tristan Zale, that's what he's done all season long, Anthony. Exactly 2 minutes left here in the first half as Kernan went out of bounds after a gain of 9.
He's a huge target. He's a mismatch every play. I can see him getting the ball at least 5 more times tonight.
Zale hands it off this time.
Run up the middle.
Landon Pompey.
A swarm of CDM players all over him.
Nice gain on 2nd down. That'll move the chains. 1st down as he stretched it out to the 36-yard line. Clock is moving at 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first half, and a 28-17 advantage by the Sea Kings. First and 10 from the 36. Zale under some pressure, fires it to the near side, and Ryan Luce is there.
Well, this is a quarterback's time to shine. A 2-minute drill. They practice this every single day. They should have 3 or 4 play calls already in the bank. Receivers need to get lined up.
Second down, Mustangs.
Not giving the defense a chance to adjust. They should run the ball down the field. Just nice dinky dunk passes.
Gain of 7 on the pass play. 2nd and 3. Zale fires over the middle, and that pass is incomplete. This time looking for Mikey Gray, the big tight end, with 1:28 left in the first half. Sea Kings got to be feeling really good about their position right now and the success they've had tonight.
This will be a interesting halftime. What type of adjustments will both teams make? The Sea Kings stay pat and just continue to run the football, and what will the Mustangs do to turn this thing around?
Most points they've scored in the game is 47, and that was against Cyprus in a win, 47-14. Rancho Verde, they posted up 21. They've got 28 in the first half as Zale looking for the big man, Alex Kernan, just a little out of his reach. And that'll bring up a 4th down. And Ryan Rakunas, the senior cornerback, defending on the play with $1:24 left in the first half.
What a deflating drive. Like, they didn't get anything. They didn't take any time off the clock. And you give the Sea Kings another chance to score.
4th down and 3. They'll punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken by the Sea Kings. Dorsett Stecker sets them up on their own 23 with 1:19. So that being said, an 11-point advantage. Now you're the Sea Kings, Anthony. You've had ample opportunities tonight. You've proved that you can move the football with $1:19. Do you try and continue that success and drive it down the field, or do you just take the conservative approach and sit on the football?
As tempting as a 2-for-1 would be, in that if we score here and get the ball back, it's over with. It's the nail in the coffin. But I'd run the football and just continue to pound it, take it into half, score or not.
The shed, they're going for more. Fires, finds his tight end, and a nice catch by Sebastian Boydell, senior wide receiver. They've got the big tight ends, but that wide receiver's a big target as well as they stretch it out to the 41-yard line as we approach 1 minute left in the first half. Trips to the right. The shed. Firing to Sebastian Boydell once again. Back-to-back receptions for the big man, and he gets it out near midfield.
If Trabuco Hills is going to play man-to-man off coverage and hand them a touchdown, I'd take it too.
28-17, Sea Kings in control. They have the football. They've got 1 minute, 4 seconds left. Have the ball near midfield, and it's 2nd and 2. In and out of the hands of Wyatt Lucas. And there wouldn't have been much there had he made the catch, but now they're facing a 3rd down and 2.
So now you look at the clock, there's a minute left. That would have been enough for the first down. They would have got just about 2 yards, and the clock would have stopped because they would have ran out of bounds. But now what do you do?
Second quarter.
Kevin Heddig, head coach and leader of the Sea Kings in his 16th season, knows what to do in this scenario. 3rd and 2 from the 49. They'll stay on the ground, and a nice run by Wyatt Lucas. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock after picking up the first down and getting it to the 38 of the Mustangs.
The rule of the RPO is if the defensive end crashes, you keep it. The defensive end hasn't crashed yet. He needs to cut that B gap down to make the quarterback keep the ball, which gives them a chance to stretch it out. If the quick hitter's there, it's 4 to 5 yards a pop, and in this case, it's 12 yards.
Spotted on the 38, 54 seconds left. It's 1st and 10. Max, the shed. Lots of time. Throws it away. Everybody covered downfield. And a wise play by the senior quarterback.
That was a strange play call. You need to have somebody in the middle of the field. they have all their timeouts. The middle of the field is wide open. It's like a teardrop floater in basketball. No one's there. Go ahead and take the middle of the field. The outside are hard passes to complete.
From the 38, it's 2nd and 10. 46 seconds left.
Pass complete.
Quick pass and catch and a timeout call.
Pass complete to Stecker.
Dorsett Stecker has been a solid wide receiver all season long, most particularly tonight. We'll step aside. After the timeout, 38 seconds, 28-17. Sea Kings in the lead with the ball, 3rd and 1. The Shed, pressure, throws it up. Nobody home.
Pass incomplete.
And he took a pop. And a nice job defensively coming in with the pressure with Zach Landon, one of the team leaders coming into the game with 21 tackles. And that, of course, forced Max Shed with the early release.
They did Trabuco Hills a favor right there. Taking a shot, 3rd and 1, get the first down. That's elementary football right there. And now you run the risk of giving the ball back to Trabuco Hills if you don't get this first down.
4th down, 1 yard to go. 2 timeouts for the Sea Kings. Big hole. This is Wyatt Lucas. The clock will stop as they move the chains at the high school level, and they'll burn a timeout.
Let's hear it for the Sea Kings.
Drive, son. Boy.
Back to live action. Spotted on the 14. It's 1st and 10 with 27 seconds. Sea Kings in control, going for the end zone. Pass is complete. They put it in the hands of Dorsett Stecker. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Great execution, Anthony Cobbs. And the Sea Kings in control of this one.
You take what the defense gives you. You sit down your slot receiver right in the hole. If they're going to play a soft coverage down this close to the red zone, you have no choice but to just take it. Easy pitch and catch.
Ball is up.
Joseph DeBella adds the extra point. He remains perfect on the season. 14 of 14 for DeBella on extra points. So with 21 seconds, the 2-2 Sea Kings with a 35-17 advantage over the 4-0 Trabuco Hills Mustangs. Who would have saw this one coming?
Is it too early to say dagger? That was a 2-for-1, and they went for it. I was going to be conservative, but the Corona Del Mar Sea Kings came. They woke up today with violence on their mind. They came with winning on their mind. They see a weakness in the defense of the Trabuco Hills Mustangs, and they are not letting up.
You know, talking with Kevin Heddig early, it was a big question mark coming into tonight's game. Was his, returning players after being banged up early in the season going to be able to execute, come in and make a difference? And so far, so good. Just Chase Lawton, the sophomore kicker, puts it in play. Taken at the 9-yard line. And on the return is Isaiah Williams as he gets it out to the 35. 16 seconds left in the first half. And we thought it might be a shootout with these powerful offenses, and we're kind of getting there. So we'll talk about it at the half, but the Mustangs got their work cut out for them if they're going to come back in this one.
Big time. And I'm not sure if they have an answer, because they would have to throw the ball to get some big scores. They're going to take a knee here and regroup.
Mustangs take a knee.
So the Mustangs will decide to go in the locker room. Trailing 35-17.
And at the half, Sea Kings 35.
And we're at halftime. Fred Salas alongside Anthony Cobbs from Newport Beach, California. Glad you could be with us. A good one here tonight. Set up for second half showdown. And it's going to be up to the Mustangs to add some fire or add some fuel to the fire and try and get back into this one. We'll step aside. Glad you could be with us. Don't go anywhere. Back after this. Back live, Davidson Field, Newport Harbor High School. Fred Salas alongside Anthony Cobbs, Jocelyn Him, Paul Abazade, part of our Live Like Jack Foundation Sports Division YouTube channel staff. And the Sea Kings in a very dominant position right now, leading 35-17. They will receive and go on offense in the second half. And right now, boy, I can't see anything defensively that has shown that the Mustangs can stop this Sea Kings offense.
The Sea Kings are right where they want to be. With an advantage, they can run the football, start the clock, and get this to be a very steep uphill battle for Trabuco Hills to come back through the air. They're going to have to score fast.
Okay, we're about to set to kick off here in the second half.
Ryan Weiskittle will kick things off, and for the Sea Kings, back deep, Sam Reed Dickens and Tucker Murray. Junior and a senior, and a short kick. And this will be taken by Murray. And he finds his seam and gets a big chunk of yardage as he crosses the 45-yard line. And again, a short field. And this poses a big problem for the Mustangs because that's where CDM has been setting it up all night. A very short field from the 40 on in. And when you're playing from 60 yards out from the end zone, that's pay dirt almost every time if you can effectively execute and move the football.
Again, the pop-over kick is supposed to take away the kickoff return. It's backfiring because the ball's still getting to the back level. They're still getting 35, 45 yards per return. And now we're going to see some heavy run action from the Sea Kings.
First and 10 from the 48. The Shed goes back to work and hands it to his money man, Wyatt Lucas. And Lucas rips off 3 and gets it inside Mustang territory. Down to the 48, a nice spot as we are underway in this second half.
And Lucas had 2 holes to choose from. He could have banged it in the B gap. He had an outside run there as well. Cut back.
From the 48, it's second down. And once again, Wyatt Lucas, he's been the workhorse tonight. A penalty marker comes in, a late flag thrown by our referee, Paul Hibbard.
Holding on the offense.
And it's going to go against the Sea Kings and back them up 10 for a holding penalty.
That's been the Achilles heel. Get a couple of good runs,
We will repeat second down.
and you're asking a young man to hold his block longer than 2 seconds. And it's almost impossible, like size, like strength. You have to grab cloth or drive a guy back. If not, there's going to be a holding call, which causes you to have a long down and distance, which causes you to almost have to throw the football.
Grab cloth. That's the first time I've heard that one this season. Second down and 13 from the 45 for the Sea Kings. 11 minutes left in this third quarter. The shed incomplete. This time looking for Wyatt Lucas as he was streaming up the near sideline. And it'll be third down and 13.
Beautiful play call. Little wheel route out the backfield. He put some zip on that ball. Probably got up on him too fast, but catch the ball, young man, and you're still running.
Indeed. Indeed. So right now, Max Shed, who came into the game with 600 yards passing, has eclipsed that mark quite significantly. Unofficially stats, we have him with 126 yards passing. And here he is on 3rd and 3, and he's going to be nailed in the backfield. And that ball was down.
Looks like it's a fumble.
And the officials are going to rule that he was not down. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Mustangs. Coming in to make the play was Zach London, who came in with 21 tackles, but the pressure was there. And boy, to watch that play again, and again, if you're watching us live on YouTube, just pause and watch it again. And then you can catch up with us live.
Ball placed on the
But
CDM
what a big play.
yard line, 1st and 10, Trabuco Hills.
That could change the whole landscape of this game. If the Mustangs can punch this in, we got a ball game.
18-point advantage, and Mustangs with the ball on the Sea Kings 26, 1st and 10, and back to work goes Tristan Zale. And he hands it off, and they go straight up the
Run
middle. And a good chunk of yardage down to the 20-yard line.
Tackle made by number 52.
And this time it was Landon Pompey.
Second down, Mustangs.
And
Second
Pompey
and 4.
really grinding, came into the game with 348 yards on the season. And he has over 67 yards unofficially here tonight on second down. Firing again, Tristan Zale to the outside. And that'll be enough for a first down as he connects for the first time tonight to Josh Fitch for his first catch.
Can you feel the energy shift, Fred? I mean, I could almost sense. I'm a storyteller. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Look at the story that's happening here. It's a tale of two halves.
Well, you know, I look at Max Shed on that sack fumble, and it sure looked to me like he was down before that football came out. Either way, it's 1st and 10 from the 14 and a play right up the middle, and there's not a lot of room there. Once again, Landon Pompey nowhere to go, and coming in to make the stop was Damian Zeno Herrera, the junior defensive lineman, as we approach 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, as you say that, he looked down. We don't have challenge flags in high school, so you have to go with the human error, and that's real football.
Second down and 11. Zale slings it out, left side, pass is caught, and that'll be good for a short gain.
Nice tackle.
Landon Pompey, who's been busy tonight.
Tackle by number 8.
Another catch for him, and he'll gain a few, and that'll bring up a third down and 9.
Short gain, 3rd and 9.
Wide receiver Alex Kernan got away with a little hold right there. He did let go, so the refs let it slide.
Alex Kernan having a great season. On third down, Zale fires, pass is caught, and there's a penalty marker down. I think we're going to get a hold, and the
Flag on the play.
pass was complete to Mikey Gray,
Tackle by
the
number
big tight end,
Singer.
his 18th catch of the season. Penalty marker comes in. We'll check what this is all about. Pass interference, offensive pass interference. That really looked like a pick play on the outside.
Yeah, once the ball is in the air and the receiver catches the ball, you can now begin to block. I thought they were going to call illegal man downfield because their left guard was 7 yards down the field getting a block. Again, the RPO is hard on the offensive line. They're not sure whether or not they gave the ball or kept the ball to make it a pass play. So it's very, very tough for an offensive lineman to know.
Our referee, Paul Hubbard, checked with head coach Kevin Heddig and said, hey, it's a 4th down, or do you want to march off the 15 yards and make it 3rd and forever? And so Coach Heddig said, let's march them back. And they will spot the ball at the 27-yard line. And in order to pick up a 1st down, they have to get inside the 4 to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the strategy is to keep them off the board. If they score 3, they feel good about themselves. It makes it 35-20. But at this far out, they're not going to kick a field goal at this distance.
3rd down and 22 with 8.5 minutes left. Zale firing to the end zone, and a penalty marker is going to come in. A lot of contact downfield. And that's going to be a penalty against Nick Telesco. And he was hooked up with Ryan Weiskittle. And that was easy to call. They're going to get that 15 yards right back.
When you're a defensive back and you feel that pressure and you hear the crowd kind of go, ooh, and you know that ball's in the air, you're not certain how close the ball is. And in that last moment, you panic and you get handsy. And you start grabbing.
Pass interference on the defense.
Well, Telesco nearly wrestling him to the ground. So they get the 15-yard offensive pass interference back with a defensive pass interference. 8:21 left, 35-17. Sea Kings, who came in with a 2-2 record against the Mustangs, who came in undefeated at 4-0, dominating thus far. And right now, a 3rd down and 11 for Zale and the Mustangs offense. From the 14, fires, passes, caught, and that'll be good enough for a 1st down. A connection to Alex Kernan.
Short of the goal line.
And Kernan with his 18th reception of the season to go along with 4 touchdowns, and he was close to making it number 5. It's 1st and goal.
That appeared to be triple coverage, and they still got the ball to him and got the 1st down. So he commands a lot of attention, and he still delivers.
Mustangs.
Tristan Zale with 1,100 yards coming into tonight's game. Lighting it up right now. Zale hands it off. This is Gavin Mulhall, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And we got a ball game. 35-23. And that's just what the Mustangs needed to do coming out here in the second half. Kick is up, and it is good. An 11-point advantage. 35-24, the Mustangs on their way back. (35-24), Anthony. Mustangs, they did what they needed to do. They did it in 3 minutes and 47 seconds here to start the second half. It's still a 2-possession game, so they still have their work cut out for them, and they still have to stop this Sea Kings offense.
Well, in halftime, you have the locker room divided between offense and defense. I'm sure the defensive side was like, we have to get the ball back for our offense, and they came out in the first drive and did that.
Tucker Murray on the return, needs a block, gets a block. Tucker Murray across midfield, cuts to the outside. Tucker Murray is going to be hauled down inside the 20-yard line, but what a great play on special teams.
Deja vu all over again. At the beginning of the game, we saw back-to-back scores. Here we go again.
CDM first down.
Let's see if the Sea Kings can punch this in. Do you run the football? You're already in the red zone. No need to be greedy. 6 yards a pop, why not?
Unofficially a 65-yard return for Tucker Murray, the sophomore. And it's first and goal, or I should say first and 10 from the 17. And here goes Wyatt Lucas, touchdown.
That's a CDM touchdown.
And after all of that, in 36 seconds, the Sea Kings put another one on the board.
Like clockwork. I mean, it's just like rewind in time a couple hours. We saw this before. Now it's going to be a battle of defenses settling in and stopping the run.
You put points on the board, you got to stop the opposing team. And that's just not happening here tonight.
And it's good.
And another kick, this time Chase Lawton, the sophomore kicker, putting it in.
Mustangs 24. 7:54 left in the third.
Hi, Dad. It's me, your son, Jack. Just wondering if, or when, or where is my car? The 132-917 is. Call me back as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Dad. I was just wondering where you put that charger for my little video game that I was fussing over the other day. It is 3046. Call me when you can. Okay, bye.
Back live, Lawton, the sophomore kicker, split the uprights on the extra point, kicks it off. Williams and Moscoso back. And on the return,
Run back by the Mustangs.
going across the 32. And that was Gavin Mulhall.
Can the Mustangs answer?
Made by
you had a great series of events coming out of halftime with a turnover, but you give it right back, so you're still back down 18 again. So you have to find a way to stop the bleeding.
A lot of fireworks here from Newport Beach here tonight. Fred Salas alongside Anthony Cobbs. 66 points on the board so far tonight with a lot of football left as Zale fires, and it's in and out of the hands of his intended target. That was Matt Misiego. And Misiego normally makes that catch. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 7:41 left in the third. 42-24, the Sea Kings over the undefeated Mustangs here in the third quarter.
We're seeing a lot of quarterbacks today make that throw. It's almost taboo to throw against your body, but that right there was wide open. He needed to lead his receiver just a little bit more for the completion.
Zale with Landon Pompey in the backfield. Mikey Gray, the man in motion. Pompey straight ahead, not a lot of room this time. And a good job in the tackle by Sebastian Boydell.
Stop by number 11, Boydell.
Gain of 2, that'll bring up a 3rd down. Clock is moving, 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Glad you be with us here on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. Our mission is to encourage as many people as possible to become registered organ donors. Are you an organ donor? Let's help save lives. right here. Go to our website, livelikejackfoundation.org. Go to the Oregon donation page and click the box. On third down, Zale nearly intercepted. Did he make the catch? And Zale is intercepted by Ryan Rakunas, his first interception of the season. And the Sea Kings get the football back with a 42-24 advantage, and that was very expensive for the Mustangs.
Huge play. Cannot make that mistake in that situation. However, it is what it is. 6:55 left in the third quarter. You have to start thinking, if you're Trabuco Hills, what do we have to do to get back in this ball game? You definitely can't throw the football to the other team.
And not expect to come out on top. Meanwhile, Max Nashed, the quarterback, comes back in with great field position. Once again, another short field. Wyatt Lucas. And Lucas is breaking tackles. And Lucas will take it into the end zone from 42 yards away for back-to-back touchdowns on back-to-back plays for the Sea Kings. And they're running away with this one.
We talked about it in the pregame, Fred. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. We said 50-50. It's very possible. We got 48.
Lawton on to add the extra point. Hooks it inside the upright. And it's 49-24. Nearly doubled up. Sea Kings on the Mustangs. And, you know, it's interesting the way the coaches talk about it. Talking with Kevin Heddick, we're banged up. They're talking about the two losses and how it was 104 degrees when they played that afternoon Saturday game. That had to be painful. They lost two of their starters during that game, and the opposing quarterback for Palos Verdes was a scrambler, so they were exhausted, but playing very low-key. And then he comes out here, and we're not even through three complete quarters, and he's posted up 49 points. Their biggest scoring output of the season. They put up 47 against Cyprus and gave up 14 in that game, and that was in week 2. But tonight, against an undefeated Mustang team, they're lighting it up.
They should get T-shirts made. It says, when healthy, very dangerous. They're going to score 50-plus tonight. And when they're healthy, confident, and prepared, this team is dangerous.
Williams is back deep along with Gavin Mulhall. And this will go in the direction of Williams, and it'll be bobbled inside the 25-yard line. And right now the Mustangs cough up the football on special teams. And coming up with a loose football is Max Brengle. And Brengle thrilled on special teams to get an opportunity and a fumble recovery. Wow. And things are looking very unattractive right now for the Mustangs.
Brengle, man on the spot at the right place at the right time. If you don't protect the football, you don't have a shot. You have to protect the football, secure the ball, advance the ball. That's the name of the game. And if you give it away, you turn it over 2 times in a row, it's going to be very difficult to come back in this ballgame.
Matt Lucas in the backfield, back-to-back touchdowns on back-to-back plays on back-to-back possessions. Inside give to Dorset Stecker. He runs into traffic and now trying to cut back against the grain. And not this time, says Billy McAlexander. And they're going to lose a big chunk of yardage on that effort. 6.5 minutes. The clock is moving here in the third quarter. And I did not expect this as we prepared for tonight's broadcast.
At all. I mean, that last play, they lost 12 yards, but they still won because Stecker smacked the defender and kept running. That's a statement.
On second down, pressure again and again. Big sack this time by Cash Nichols, his second sack of the season, his 22nd tackle of the year. But you don't want to give Max Nashed a beating if you're the Sea Kings. You know, he was looking downfield for as long as he could, so back-to-back negative plays, and they're backed up all the way back to their own, or I should say the Mustang 48-yard line.
At this point, in this juncture in the game, you play field position, run the football here, keep the clock running, and punt this down inside the 10 and play the long ball. Don't try to get the first down here. It's too far.
So I think Max Nashed says nothing is too far. Hands it off to his number one man, Wyatt Lucas, who gets a big chunk of that back. He'll gain the 36-yard line, and for the first time tonight, the Sea Kings will punt the football.
What's a punt? Do we have a punt team? They haven't had a chance to get this special team on the field yet tonight. Can he place this ball inside the 10-yard line? That's going to be the key.
Well, this will be a work of art if he can. Ryan Rakunas in to punt it away, the senior cornerback. Nobody back deep for the Mustangs with 4:21 left in the third quarter. High snap, Rakunas handles it. Nice little touch kick. End over end will bounce at the 15 and roll down inside the 5. And why any Mustang would be in close proximity of that football is beyond me. But that backs up the Mustangs all the way down inside their 5-yard line.
Yep, I did it. I made a big decision, and I wanted my dad's support. We've never talked about organ donation before.
Nicole told me what she wanted to do. Organ donation was something I thought about, but I wasn't sure. We talked. She told me all the reasons she wanted to do it. How just one donor can save up to 8 lives and help dozens of others. After we talked, I made my decision. Now I'm a registered donor too.
One choice, one legacy. OneLegacy.org.
Back live, Davidson Field, Newport Harbor High School, the Sea Kings and the Mustangs. Fred Salas alongside Anthony Cobbs, 4:05 left in the third. And the Mustangs out of their own end zone. And an incomplete pass. Tristan Zale trying to get it to the outside. A quick hitter to a man who's been very productive this season, Gavin Mulhall. And that stops the clock with 4:01. But right now the Mustangs in trouble. They came in with a 4-0 undefeated record, taking on the Sea Kings, who are 2-2. And it's the Sea Kings who have dominated tonight, 49-24. And it's been the running of Wyatt Lucas, back-to-back series, back-to-back plays, back-to-back touchdowns to really put this one not quite out of reach as of yet. But as the clock continues to wind down, we'll see how it plays out. Mikey Gray, the intended target for Tristan Zale. Zale came into the game, quarterback for the Mustangs, 1,109 yards passing, 13 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. But he has had the pressure on tonight, and his receivers, Anthony Cobbs, have not been open the way they had in the previous 4 games.
Well, the defense has their ears pinned back. The Mustangs are in the dangerous area of the field. They're forced to throw the football and get the ball out soon.
Zale is going to be sacked in the backfield. If they rule him down, that is a safety, and indeed it is.
Clemmer with the safety for CDMC Kings. 51-24 CDM.
Unbelievable. The breakdown on offense for the Mustangs, but that defense has been on fire tonight for the Sea Kings, and it's now 51-24. They've more than doubled up on the Mustangs inside 4 minutes left in this third quarter.
It's a learning process. When you know you're down there inside the end zone, you can't pump fake and not throw the football. You have 2 seconds to get rid of the football in the end zone.
Well, the Mustangs right now in trouble. 15 minutes and 53 seconds left in this one. Of course, high school level, 12 minutes per quarter. But right now, the Sea Kings, who would have thought that a week's worth of rest and getting healthy, and again, getting healthy not only physically but psychologically, reviewing all that game film and then studying the opponent and getting yourself in a position to succeed at a high level the way they are now. They go for an onside kick, and they're going to recover it. And a big shot and a penalty marker. I don't know about that. Penalty marker comes in from the back judge after that ball was fielded and recovered by the Mustangs. You saw it, helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah,
was it clean? Hard to say.
They're going to discuss it. It's hard to call that in a bang-bang play.
And they do call personal foul against the Sea Kings. Paul Hibbard is our referee tonight. And so after the safety, the Mustangs get the football back. They will go 1st and 10. At 15 yards from the spot of the recovery, which was, I believe, the 38. And it'll be spotted on the Sea Kings 47. And quarterback Tristan Zale will get an opportunity to run the offense once again, 1st and 10. Pitches back to Gavin Mulhall, and Mulhall picks up positive yards, a gain of 10, and that should be enough to move the chains.
They're still fighting, and it's prevalent, it's needed. I mean, this is it. You have to continue to shoot your shot. The onside kick was a huge play. They have to punch it in.
3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The end around. This time it's Landon Pompey and nothing there. And a good job defensively by Tingley Emerson. Or Emerson Tingley, the senior linebacker. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
We've seen that play about 3 times tonight. And at this point, they need to do the fake off of it because it's not working anymore. Defensive end is doing a good job keeping contained. It is no longer a gimmick play. It is part of their offense.
2nd down and 10. From the 47. Reverse. Trick play. Receivers wide open. And he makes the catch and then drops the football. And they're going to play it rule it initially as if it was a live football and a fumble. That pass was intended for Alex Kernan, and you won't see that very often. Kernan is a playmaker, and he catches the football, but he dropped what would have been a sure touchdown on that play.
That was a gift for the Mustangs because I saw 2 football steps. I saw him catch the ball, turn to score, and the defensive back did a wonderful job stripping that ball out. That should be the Sea Kings football, but there's no instant replay, so we're back here at 3rd down and 10.
Well, on YouTube, if you want instant replay, just hit pause, rewind 10 seconds, and watch it again. On 3rd and 10. Pass is complete. Alex Kernan with a catch. And inside the 30-yard line and close to a 1st down. He might be shy by about a yard as we're at 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Glad you could be with us tonight. We're at Davidson Field. Fred Salas, Anthony Cobbs on the campus of Newport Harbor High School in beautiful Newport Beach, California. The last Friday of September 2024. 4th down and 1. Big play for the Mustangs. Goes straight ahead and going to be pretty close. It wasn't definitive on that run. Once again, the workhorse Gavin Mulhall has been carrying the load here in the 2nd and 3rd quarter.
I don't think he got it, Fred. Oh, they gave it to him. They gave it to him. It looks like they need to measure this, but they're going to give it to him.
So a first down now. And the Mustangs on the move. Zale, design keeper. And he'll pick up the first down and skirt his way out of bounds inside the 16-yard line. And that's a nice play. They got to be moving Zale out if they're going to get back in this one.
I watched some film on Trabuco Hills this week, and Zale is a very effective ball carrier. I'm surprised they don't have any more design runs for him because he's a big kid. He's hard to bring down. I've seen him truck a few kids in the last couple of weeks, so he's very effective on the ground. It might be the missing link to what happens tonight.
1st and 10 from the 17. Zale rolling right, fires, and that pass is caught. And this is Kernan down to the 6-yard line. Nick Telesco was defending on the play. And that'll be a 1st and goal Mustangs. So no quit in the Trabuco Hills offense. They trail 51-24 as we approach the final minute here in the third quarter. Mulhall is the lone setback. Zale looking left, throwing left. Swing pass is going to fall incomplete. Once again looking for Alex Kernan.
Brings up a 2nd down.
It's hard to score down here in the air because there's not enough room to run your concepts, your switches, your pick routes. You have to run plays that are designed for 7 or 8 yards, and sometimes it's so cluttered down there you can't get the ball to your guys without the defense being in your eyesight view. So it's almost better to be at the 20-yard line than the 10.
Spread it on the 6. 2nd and goal. Zale, post pattern. Once again looking for his number 1 man, Alex Kernan. Incomplete. 3rd and goal. Inside the final minute here in the third quarter.
What's difficult and what changes down here is the defensive backs don't have to back up. They know the ball has to be thrown in this small proximity, and they could jump routes. They could read the quarterback, make a decision, and take away the slant, take away the fade, take away the out, and the quarterback has to have a tremendous arm and accuracy to complete the ball down here.
3rd and goal. Zale pressure, steps up, and he's not going to get there. Nice play, Brett Clemmer, the senior, coming in to make the stop, and it's 4th and goal, and they'll lose a yard. So now your head coach, Mark Nolan. You know you need to get into the end zone. You roll them out. You roll Zale out. You look for multiple receivers. You run the football. What are you going to do here?
He's right-handed, so rolling him left is not going to be the best thing for him. It'll be a difficult throw, but that's what the field position is dictating.
And they'll play action. Zale rolling to the left. Fires, and it's caught for the touchdown. Matt Misiego with the catch. And a defensive holding, so the play will stand, and Misiego is in for the touchdown.
Mustangs.
Huge play. We saw that play earlier, and he missed him by throwing it behind him. Not this time. He had time to set his feet, throw a nice catchable ball, which leads to a touchdown. And once again, we have a ball game. 21 points.
Kick is up.
20 points.
And it's good.
Not insurmountable. They can make a comeback with a stop on this next kickoff. A stop, making them punt. We might have a ball game, Fred. It's not over yet.
No, but we've scored 82 points. We'll step aside.
but that was when I ruled the world.
So as I mentioned, 82 points on the board. We talked about a shootout. 51-31. Sea Kings came in with a 2-2 record. They're coming off a bye, well rested psychologically and physically. Undefeated were the Mustangs, and right now, unless they climb back in this one, they're going to go to 4-1 before they go into league play. And a squib kick is going to make its way into the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10. Sea Kings from their own 20-yard line. And let's take a look at the schedule. For the Trabuco Hill Mustangs, they start league play in the Delta League. They will face off against El Medina at El Medina in Orange, California, then Tustin at home, Capistrano Valley at home, Cypress at home, and then they'll finish off at Western in Anaheim. For the Corona Del Mar Sea Kings, they will face off and start league play in the Bravo League at San Juan Hills, at Newport Harbor. This is their home team, but they will be the visiting team. On October 10th, they will host Villa Park here, then Tesoro and Yorba Linda here. And that will round out their regular schedule. And on the move is Nashed. And, I don't know if you want him running out to the outside and taking pops like that. He's had a great game tonight. He's shown versatility. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. But when you got a 20-point lead, as that will be the final play of the third quarter, you want to preserve him for the regular season. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. But you saw finally Trabuco hit.
Sorry, Anthony, you were making a point before we went to that spot.
Well, the quarterback kept the ball because the defense made him keep it. When the defensive end crashes on the RPO, the quarterback's job is to make the defense honor him as a ball carrier.
Start of the fourth quarter, and they go back to the money play with Wyatt Lucas on second down. And what does he do? He picks up a first down as he stretches it out to the 36-yard line, and a penalty marker comes in, and this one's going to come back, a holding penalty against the Sea Kings. That'll cost him 10 from the spot of the foul.
It's a game of adjustments. You always hear people say it's a game of inches. Today's game is a game of adjustments. If the defense wants to stop the run, you have to dedicate an extra defender to the box, and you have to make sure your defensive ends are disciplined enough to crash, to take away that inside run, making the quarterback a ball carrier, which they don't want to do.
So Max Nashed, quarterback, faced now with a second down and 11. Fires it out left side. Nice catch. Good hands. Close to another first down for the Sea Kings. And he hooks up with Emory Davis, the senior wide receiver who came into the game with 10 receptions and 100 yards. And that's reception number 12 for him on the season. Not enough for a first down. It's 3rd and 1.
Max Nashed just stayed in the pocket and took one for the team, completing that pass. He took a nice shot to the ribs, got up like it wasn't anything. So tough kid leading his team 51-31.
3rd and 1. Nashed will keep it. And talk about confidence. I don't know where this Sea Kings team has been for the previous 2 games during those losses, but they are expressing a lot of confidence on the football field tonight.
I think last year's win, in addition to having the time off, in addition to extra time to prepare, has them mentally just an advantage. They know they can beat this team. The 4-0 didn't discourage them. It didn't intimidate them. They came out with a fire in their eyes. You can see it in pregame. They came ready to play, and the scoreboard is evident of that fact.
On 1st and 10. And that pass will be incomplete. Max DeShed looking for a man over the middle. And that was Amori Davis once again. And Davis wasn't even looking. Clock stops with 10.5 minutes left.
Just miscommunication, low throw. Had he got his eyes on it a little sooner, he probably could have dived on the ground for it, but line it back up again, get that clock running.
On 2nd and 10. Pass is complete this time. Sebastian Boydell with a catch and run. Stretching it out to the 42-yard line. And all the Sea Kings right now, the only thing they have to do is just keep moving the football and run this clock down.
If I'm a defensive back and I see Boydell coming my way, I have to make a business decision. Am I going to hit this guy hard and possibly get ran over? I'm going to go for his legs and get him down. He's a load.
Indeed. 3rd down and 3. Inside 10 minutes left in this ball game. 51-31, 20-point advantage for the Sea Kings. They have the lead and they have the football. That's another first down.
Taking some tacklers with them. It's another CDM first down.
And I'm very impressed with this quarterback as he connects once again with Zach Giuliano. But this quarterback's Max DeShed, who came in just shy of 600 yards, is posting up a lot of chunks of yardage tonight.
He's going for 1,000 a night. Like if he had 600 coming into this game, the way they've been up and down this field, I would like to see his total, his official total passing yards at the end of this one.
From the 45, it's 1st and 10. And not this time for Wyatt Lucas. Inside 9 minutes left in the ball game.
At this point, analytics come into play. You start looking at the clock. How many drives do we need to sustain to run this out so you can't have a comeback? In basketball, you say get it under 10, get it under 20 if you're down by 25. You take your time, you make those moves. In football, this could be over if you don't get a stop in this drive.
From the 45, it's 2nd and 10. Wyatt Lucas came into the game with 264 yards. He's now over 400 yards on the season. And he's had a couple of big rips tonight, the 66-yarder unofficially, and then the 48-yarder unofficially.
They're a whole new team. Like going into league, you look at this team, like they were 2-2 coming in tonight. Now you look at them as 3-2 if this stays the way it is, and you're going into league as a very dangerous foe for everybody in their league.
From the 41, 3rd and 6. And the Sea Kings still throwing the football, and that one caroms off a man at the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring a 4th down. So you punt it away here, or you just trying to grind it out and give it back to the Mustangs on turning it over on downs if you don't pick it up.
They think about it. I like the coaching staff is aggressive. They think about it every single time they made a decision to go ahead and punt it away.
Mustangs 31. Rakunas back to punt.
Rakunas set to kick it away, and Back deep is Jack Gray. Calls for a fair catch, and he fumbled the football and able to recover it. That could have been disastrous. 7.5 minutes left. 51-31, the Sea Kings in charge. Back to live action. Zale on 1st and 10. Throws a strike out to the right side, and that'll be good for some positive yards as he connects with Landon Pompey coming out of the backfield. Gain of 9 will be 2nd and 1. 7 minutes left in the ball game.
From this point on, Trabuco Hills needs to be in a 2-minute drill, and they need to have several plays called at the line of scrimmage, and they need to come back to the ball. Hurry up offense.
And Zale is in the hurry up. Play action. Fires it out to the near side. This is Mikey Gray, and Gray picks up some good yardage, a good chunk of change as he crosses the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll spot it. It's 1st and 10 inside 7 minutes left in the ball game.
Mustang first down. Ball's on the 30.
Positive yards are good, but they need big chunks. This clock is going to start being their worst enemy.
So not only the Sea Kings defense against the Mustangs, but the clock now playing a factor. Zale fires out right side, and I'll tell you what, Alex Kernan, that big wide receiver, cornerback, got 2 interceptions on defense this season. But he's been a big target tonight. Came into the game with 14 receptions, and unofficially we have him with 7 tonight. So 21 on the season. And it's 2nd and 5. Trips to the left side. Zale looking in trouble, and he'll be tackled out of bounds. Defensively, Brett Clemmer was there.
Interesting, they run the combo route into the boundary. There's no room over there for 2 stop routes. There are 3 defenders in the flat and a over-the-top safety. You got to come to where the space is, and that's here to the field where your top receivers are as well.
3rd down and 6. Zale needs a 1st down. Fires near side. Pass is caught. A great job on defense by the Sea Kings. Holding on was Brady Goodall after the catch was made by Mikey Gray, and he held him shy of the 1st down.
Impressive tackle getting down Mikey Gray, who's a load in his own right. He's a big, strong kid and kept him 1 yard shy. So this is now a crucial down for the Mustangs.
Well, I think Tucker Murray came in, the sophomore, to help clean up the mess. But good play nevertheless on defense. 4th and 1. They're going to get the 1st down. A good job running the ball by Landon Pompey as he gets out to the 45. That'll move the chains as we approach the 5-minute mark left in this one. And it's still a 20-point margin. The Sea Kings on top of the Mustangs, 51-31.
The Sea Kings are playing this perfectly. It just took them 2.5 minutes to get a 1st down. If they keep up this pace, there's not enough time left in this game to come back. Bend but don't break defense. That's what they're playing right now.
The Mustangs with all their timeouts left. Trips to the right side. Zale looks right, throws right, and that'll fall incomplete. Mikey Gray was his target, just off the fingertips. There was going to be nowhere for him to go either way. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 4:49 left in the game.
I hear the panic button, warming up. It's getting to the point now where the OC for the Mustangs has no answers to this defense by the Corona Del Mar Sea Kings. It's a nice cover 4 shell. Nothing going deep. Only short passes are allowed.
Zale fires, and that pass is complete. A good target in Mikey Gray, and Gray gets big yardage, a good chunk, all the way down to the 36. And so some life left in the Mustangs. Clock continues to wind down. 4:39. Supposed to stop until you set the chains, but the clock is moving right now. 4.5 minutes. And that's the least of the concerns for the coaching staff of the Mustangs.
Not going to blame anybody, but we are in Corona Del Mar home territory. That's called home cooking. Let that clock run.
From the 36, 1st and 10, Zale, sling pass. Pass is caught, landed Pompey out of the backfield. And he gets inside the 30-yard line. And coming in to make the stop was Scott Anderson. Anderson, a great job this season. 19 tackles coming into the game. 6 tonight. So he's having a solid season as they get ready for league play.
The Sea Kings are like, if you're going to run the clock out, you're helping us out. So go ahead and dink dunk all you want. The clock is running.
20-point margin, 2nd down. And early movement will stop the clock and the play. Handing it off to Landon Pompey. And the Mustangs with all their timeouts left. 3 timeouts, 3:40 left in the ball game. But still a 20-point advantage for the Sea Kings. And Kevin Heddick has got to be excited and happy with where his team is coming off the bye week and about to knock off the Mustangs' undefeated season. Zale rolling right. And he's going to eat the football. They'll lose a yard on the play. And we've mentioned tonight, this is the KCAL Game of the Week with the Live Like Jack Foundation. And Kevin Heddick will be headed to Studio City tomorrow to go be interviewed by KCAL during the sports show. So be sure to check in on the highlights tonight on KCAL at 10:40 when the sports segment comes in. They'll have highlights from this game as well as coverage from sports around the country. On 3rd down and 9. Screenplay set up nicely. Pompey out of the backfield, and that'll bring up a 4th down as there wasn't a lot of room there. Clock continues to wind down. 2:40. Mustangs are conceding this one. They're not burning any timeouts right now.
It appears like this might be time to get some of the starters out of there because you still have 5 league games before the playoffs.
4th down and 6 for Zale and the Mustangs. Zale with time, guns it. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. He connects once again with Mikey Gray. And this time they stop the clock as they move the chains with 2:13. And as soon as the chains at the high school level are set, they start the clock again. So we approach 2 minutes left in this one. Play coming in from the sideline. And this is just a, let's feel good about it. Let's get the reps in. Let's get into the end zone on this final drive for the Mustangs.
Never give up. Never quit. Continue fighting, even though you know this one is almost out of hand. Pretty much is out of hand.
Zale, a little hook pattern to the right side, and he hooks up with Josh Fitch. And Fitch just his 2nd catch tonight. And again, the reps are good for all the players who haven't seen a lot of action.
We still see a few starters in there. They're going to try to punch this in. They want to go out on a good note. Feel good about next week opening up league play.
Zale on 2nd down, in traffic and in trouble. Final minute. Clock continues to move. It'll be 4th down for the Mustangs. And the Del Mar sidelines, Corona Del Mar sidelines, starting to just feel that excitement coming along right now. Itching after winning the first 2 games, dropping their last 2. A week off, they gather their thoughts, they gather themselves physically, and they come out here and manhandle the Trabuco Hills Mustangs and hand them their first loss of the season. It's 3rd down and 7. Zale fires near side. Kernan once again, and Kernan goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
14 seconds left on the clock in the ball game.
Seconds left in this one, and Kernan, no quit in that man, and no quit in the quarterback, Tristan Zale. Outstanding effort by the Mustangs in the closing seconds of this one. Ryan Weiskittle on to add the extra point. And that one is true. And it's 51-38.
Left on the clock.
Still a 2-possession game. 13-point margin with 14 seconds left. So we'll see a kickoff and maybe a victory formation. And that should do it.
Thereafter, we have 10-10-24 Thursday night versus Newport Harbor. That's an away game.
So we saw one onside kick effort already tonight by the Mustangs, and they were successful, not to mention that they got racked on a personal foul, and that added 15 yards to the play, and they subsequently ended up scoring. So we'll see what they do here.
Well, you work on these things in practice. I mean, the game might be out of hand, but there's still an opportunity, like you said earlier, reps. You don't know what you have until you actually go out and execute it. Can we run an onside kick when we must get it? At this point, the game's out of hand, but you still want to see what you got. They might just pooch it. They could squib it. Let's see if they do an onside kick.
Fergus Gray, his first kick of the night, and an onside kick effort will go for naught as the Sea Kings get it. 13 seconds left, and we will see a victory formation by the Sea Kings, and they will improve their record to 3-2 as they get ready for league play in the Bravo League. And next week they will take on San Juan Hills in San Juan Capistrano. For Trabuco Hills, they'll go 4-1 in the preseason, and they will take on El Medina at El Medina in Orange, California, a week from tonight. Victory formation for Max Nashed, the offense of the Sea Kings, and they improve to 3-2. So a big win for the Sea Kings and a big shootout as 89 points were put on the board, Anthony Cobbs. 89 points. And what a good time we had tonight.
Great time. We said 50 points over and under. We got it 89.
Well, it was a great night for Anthony Cobbs and everybody at the Live Like Jack Foundation. Our executive producer and vice president, David Otta, vice president Jessica Salas, our executive secretary, Jocelyn Him, and our man that does it all, Paul Abazade, our technical director, our cameraman, and the man behind the scenes making it happen. I'm Fred Salas. We're signing off from Newport Beach. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.